right, our reporter Heidi Giokos joins us now from the Commission of Inquiry into the PIC. So Heidi, of course, we heard that dramatic news this morning of the suspension. Tell us the details behind this company and the dodgy dealings, actually, regarding why the PIC invested there.
So, Shahan, let me just take you a step back. The PIC invested into Ayo Technologies, which is partly owned by independent media owner Iqbal Survey, and this was a questionable company given the fact that it's a company that the PIC wouldn't normally invest in. However, the PIC decided to invest over 4 billion rand into this company, and now the PIC and this Commission of Inquiry is looking into why the PIC has decided to invest in certain companies. Today we saw the head of listed investments speaking about how he has been suspended with immediate effect because of this specific contract. So he made it very clear that he was aware of this potential investment. However, when the investment was signed off, he was not in the country. So he says he had nothing to do with this investment being signed off. He was out of the country, but he has now been suspended with another, staff member. But you must remember that this company is a questionable company given the fact that the PIC had paid over 45 rand a share for this, into this company, and there was major concerns about it being overvalued. 2 years later, this company listed in 2017 December. 2 years later, and one share price is going for just under 3 rand. So its share price has dropped by over 90%, and now you have a situation where PIC employees have been suspended because of this investment. So really big questions that need to be answered about why this company was invested in and why the PIC decided to put over 4 billion rand into this company.
All right, let's move on then to the head of HR actually testifying as well, Chris Polwane. What's he saying?
So Chris Polwane was just speaking about, how, employment processes work at the PIC. But it's very important to note that he specified how the suspension of these 2 PIC employees that happened this morning, not proper processes were followed. So as HR, a suspension report needs to be given, and then the decision of suspending, employees is decided on. However, he was not given the suspension reports, and he was instructed to suspend them without having read that suspension report. So he admitted that not normal and proper procedure had been followed in terms of suspending these 2. But he moved on to speak about other issues such as employment processes, how bonuses are paid, what certain PIC employees are paid, their salaries. He was speaking about, for example, the CEO. We saw assistant to the commissioner here at the PIC inquiry, Jill Marcus, asking, for example, what does the CEO of the PIC get paid? And he calculated, and it's about 5 million rand per annum. So he just basically laying the ground of how the PIC works, how employment relations work, and what processes are followed. Very much what we saw yesterday as well, just explaining to the Commission what happens and how it works so the Commission can understand and get a better understanding when things haven't been followed properly.
And who can we expect to hear from next, Heidi?
So tomorrow, the Commission has, it's ended for the day. Tomorrow we'll hear from internal audits, and it's expected to get quite intense given the fact that all these revelations are coming out about dodgy deals. You must remember that the PIC invests, into various companies, and it deals specifically with government pension funds. And this is why this Commission was established, to try and understand whether or not the PIC is investing correctly and whether these companies are credible or not, and if there was any sort of interference from PIC employees or any sort of political, interference.
All right, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Dodgy deal seems to be the phrase of the new year. Heidi Giokos is in Pretoria.